Bitcoin is the only digital asset that solves the fiat Ponzi. Why? Because it is truly decentralized, it is truly secure, and most importantly, it is a store of energy, a store of your time and energy that you can keep and transfer over time and space for consumption in the future. Very simple. The fiat Ponzi does not do that for you. The fiat Ponzi punishes you for holding fiat over time and space because it debases. This is the solution to the fiat Ponzi that I've been looking for literally 30 years since I graduated and started working at Canada's largest financial institution, the Royal Bank of Canada, in 1988. And I'll just summarize with one thing. In 1988, the Royal Bank of Canada was insolvent, which is to say that the value of its loans, if you marked it to market, the value of their loans was lower, and the losses on the loans was higher than the book value of equity. Royal Bank of Canada was insolvent on its way to bankruptcy in 1988 due to the Latin American debt crisis. So I've been searching for this, and that's why I'm so happy to find Bitcoin. You know, some of the shortcomings of legacy financial planners like Peter Schiff or even Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger, okay? Perhaps Munger and Buffett are smarter than Shifty Pete, and they understand the challenge that Bitcoin would be to their holdings of banks like Bank of America and Wells Fargo and American Express. But again, Bitcoin is a hedge to the fiat Ponzi. And Buffett and Munger don't want the fiat Ponzi to end because it's what's enriched them over time.
Foss says the issue with the fiat Ponzi is that it begins with the commercial banking system. He explains that the central banking system has been the reason for all the obstacles in our financial world. This is because for their capital base, they're being levered up to 25 times. In a nutshell, commercial banks are requiring inflation so that their collateral will be able to escalate in value to recoup their decreased capitalization. Bankers have also been incompetently ignoring financial conditions, credit spreads, and the fact that the market is being ground to a halt.
The reality of central banking causing all the problems in our financial world, in my opinion, Bitcoin solves the problem of central bank shenanigans. And this is where I think it's going to go in the future. I think gold will become less important as a Treasury reserve asset. I'm certain that U.S. Treasury bonds, which have been being reduced over time by central banks like China, Japan, and Russia, they will replace that with Bitcoin in an event where Bitcoin becomes 5% of global financial assets, which in the event that the world's largest oil exporter, Saudi Arabia, decides to price their product in Bitcoin, people would be scrambling to get a percentage of their global assets in Bitcoin. So at 5% of global financial assets, the price of Bitcoin is over 2 million US dollars per Bitcoin in today's dollars. Well, what would happen if Saudi Arabia makes the announcement? It wouldn't go directly to $2 million per Bitcoin, but I'm thinking that people that do the grade 11 math, just like I just did for you, they would realize, boy, I better get some, and I think the price spike would be monumental.